damages. So important for you to understand in Florida what you're entitled to. So Florida is very specific. It says if the accident is somebody else's fault and you can prove that it caused injuries, you're entitled to past medical expenses and reasonable future medical expenses. Now the defense fights on this all the time. What do? They look at your medical bills and they say these aren't reasonable, and they try to take a haircut off of them. So even though you're paying for medical treatment, it costs money and you owe it, the defense still doesn't even want you to get that money. They say, oh, an MRI should have been cheaper. Your facility charged $2,000. We think it should be $400 or $500. And they actually bring in an expert who gets up on the stand and argues this stuff. So you who are out of pocket $2,000 now may only get $500 back. It is critical that you fight this tooth and nail, and that's what I do. If you see it coming, you're ahead of the curve on all this. Now, what do they do for future medical? Oh, they love this one. They say, well, if she hasn't had it or he hasn't had it, how do we know they really need it? They try to chop it down under the auspice that it's not certain. This is all potential, and we can't give them money for something that we're not certain about. That's not the burden of proof. What they're doing is manipulating the law, and they're manipulating the jury. So what we have to make sure is that in every case, you know, and we fight for all the things that you need, because if you don't get the money now, you don't get the money ever. This verdict is for one time and it's for all time, and it's critical that we get you cared for now and to the end. See, the defendant caused this injury, but somehow they don't want to pay for the ramifications that roll out over time. Let's talk about some nuances. Let's say you're recommended for a surgery and now it's 2.5 years and you still haven't had the surgery. How do we go in front of a jury, or how do we get the defense to pay for a surgery that you haven't had? The reality is this: juries understand that surgeries are scary, that people live with pain for as long as they can, that bodies don't get younger, they get worse. And when you layer age on top of an injury, what you have is the body breaking down faster. So you are on a highway to hell. I mean, that's just the way it is. That neck is not going to miraculously cure itself. What's going to happen is that injury is going to be layered with age. And you know what? Your neck, your back, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, we're talking constant movement all day, every day. You are wearing it down. So what we do is we show the jury that this is not only potential, but this is actually the road that you are going down. This is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And they get it. Beware of these defense tricks. You haven't had it, why would we pay for it? Versus, this is the inevitable outcome of an injury they caused. I know you feel my love. I want to feel yours. Please like, comment, and share.